Once I hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back. No control, all the leeching, give me space. Like that. Hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Entertainment Created, the channel where you let us know what we should or should be playing based upon your reactions down below. Today, this one's for me. This one's for me. We are at the end of 2024. And I was thinking, what should we do? Like, what video should we do? You know, we have the OG Xbox that just launched last week. We have another one coming up next week. Stuff's going on X Vault. Is going well. So I was just like, what are we going to do? So I was just like, no, I'm going to play one of the games that I'm currently playing right now and ramble about the year in review. So yeah, so if you are someone that wants to know, like, you know, kind of like my thoughts of 2024, then, you know, you can tune in. If not, you can just kind of phase me out and watch some Genshin. I've been pretty addicted to this game probably for about, well, since launch, which was what, November? I think it was November, mid-November. No, and I've been playing a lot of it. If you follow me on my personal social media, you'll notice that I said goodbye to Apex Legends. That's a whole nother video we can talk about later on down the road as to why I'm just done with Apex. I am just done. But yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm going to be talking through the entire time of this video. But the stuff that I will mention will be surrounding the year. This is actually my first time. It's actually my first time on this Xbox. You have all these things to clear up. Oh, yeah, we're going right back in Edge. Ba-da-bum-ba. Okay. Kaya's looking pretty I'm not giving that to you. Sorry. We're gonna have to make some new food. What could we work on right now? Yeah, let's go with that.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out two gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say!
Interesting. So yeah, so we started off 2024, and one of the biggest problems, calling myself out here, was JC consistently overpromising things. And it came from, like, a good heart. There's all these things that I want to do, and, coming from the tail end of Revolver GN, a massive company, it was pretty easy for us to kind of move through things a lot more consistently. Ether had a smaller, I guess, work base, and learning, going the wrong way. Learning the difference between the two was something that I struggled with a lot in 2024, and just came across understanding it fully in probably the last couple months. So yeah, so like I was saying, like, there was constant times where I'd be like, yeah, we should get this done in the next 2 weeks, and stuff would happen in my life, stuff would happen in the other guy's life, and things would get delayed. And then what would end up happening is y'all would be the ones that would get the brunt force of that, where things have been said that they're going to happen and they just don't happen, right? So I really had to kind of change the way that I spoke, whether it be in updates or just in general, to be more along the lines of, like, until I absolutely positively know that it's going to happen by a specific date, to just not say a specific date. It may have, in certain senses, made it seem like things were going slower, but I wanted to be more sure of what I was saying before saying it. There she is.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then I blacked out, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
So yeah, so aside from that, the other things that we want to try to, I guess, tackle was the communication between the people working within the company and also the people that are, whoa, like way over there. The people that are kind of watching the content and part of the community. How am I going to get over there? Craziness. Go to the Alcor and meet with Baidu. Let's see if over here gets us somewhere. But yeah, so when we were in RGN, one of the issues we had is we had people under this assumption that we're like a over-the-top streaming company that's super over official, I guess is the best way of putting it. Which from the view of, you know, some of the people that I talked with, I can totally understand that, you know, like, hey, you're streaming for the company, you need to sign this NDA, and it's just like, why would you sign an NDA to work for a streaming company? And so there was definitely a disconnect between, you know, upper and lower management, I guess is the best way of saying it. So in Ether, though, it was more of a disconnect between the people working for Ether and then the people watching Ether, right? I'm pretty sure I can make that. We threw around random ideas like, you know, opening up founders meeting more of in a forum setting to kind of let anybody sit in if they wanted to. That's still something that we're kind of going to revisit in the future anyways. But then we thought, well, if we verbally tell you what we're doing on the back end and kind of keep things in a progression aspect, there'll be more of an understanding as to why certain things take as long as they take. Because if we're just streaming and we're just building YouTube content, when we say we're going to do certain things, there should be zero issues in the way. I do not want to deal with that guy right now. But the issue was that stuff in the background, right? Because not only did we have to get things done, we had to learn what they were. We're going to have to fight him. He's going right through.
Don't get frostbite. No escape.
If we can get you in the water, that would be great.
Leaving so soon. Can't run from death.
So we thought that's where we started thinking about this roadmap idea. Get inside your statue. And that's basically led us to February. The idea of, you know, building a roadmap that kind of would have like each individual talking about what is working, what's being worked on by them at that current moment. And trying to figure out how to put it into a video format. Ooh. Okay, stop freezing me.
Let it rain.
And leading into March, that's when we actually launched our first roadmap video, which went quite well. I don't have any issues with that video. I think it best reflected what was going on. Trying to keep in mind that, you know, the audience would definitely have some questions. Which is, I guess, what we were looking for, right? We're looking for, like, what parts of the network are confusing? And what needs to be clarified, right? Ultimately, in the end. Oh, that was horrible. Who did I just start? Oh. These little guys drive me insane. Well, if you're gonna be that close to me, then that's fine. Okay. And we're gonna leave that one way out in the ocean. Not dealing with that. What's that sphere over there? What is that? No. Okay.
I'll race you there.
Ow.
Meanie. Bet you can't keep up with me. Bet you can't keep up with me.
There we go. More.
No one escapes my sight. Windblade.
Don't die, Kira. You're still alive?
Prepare to be blown away.
You would do that. There we go.
That's more like it.
So I've actually seen this thing before. I don't know why I acted like I didn't know what that was. Way back in the first area near Mondstadt. From April in the company, we decided that one of the issues that I learned very quickly that wasn't really working for Ether was this use of, please let me grab that, RGN assets and just trying to move forward, right? So you have everything that was created from RGN, different aspects. We're talking about marketing, multimedia, management, and just repurposing it for Ether. And I thought, like, originally that would, like, allow us to kind of skip ahead through, you know, development stages that are not necessary. But it ended up actually making a disconnect in the team.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
And it came more along the lines of just like, let's do this because we should. Or because it seems like a good idea.
I'll brace you there.
Which, like I said, it doesn't
Let it rain.
it doesn't really work that way.
Windblade.
So we started thinking like the best way to get around this disconnect of just having all of these different tasks to do on a day-to-day basis, and honestly, when you don't understand why you're doing something, it really does become a chore. Get it done, you know, like strike it off the list. Almost like a punch in, punch out attitude from all members of the team, and it's totally understandable, right? I was doing the exact same thing. So the only way to actually like fully get around that was to start the company over, in essence. So we had like ideation meetings where during that meeting I would basically say like, hey, I'm going to build this company, right, called Ether. And this is the idea that it's founded on. And then I would pitch the idea to the rest of the team. No, just... And their job during that meeting was to poke as many holes as possible in the development of that idea. Because, A, without understanding where the shortfalls are and where we're going to fix them, you're... Oh, damn. Just slowly died. You're not going to really understand the idea as a whole. We need to make some stuff. The unfortunate thing is, at the time that we started into this, it was a lot later in the development of the company than we'd like to, right? This is usually something you'd want to do in the beginning stages. But as with RGN and the same thing with here in Ether, all of us were learning about this stuff on the fly. And it becomes one of that, like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Okay, let's get people healthy here. Okay. Through the ideation, we also started utilizing AI to like ask questions about what documents do we need to create a company, what stages do we need to be at in like either community development, marketing, all that type of stuff, so we can move forward. We also started getting back to more of events. Yeah, we should probably take these guys out. Figuring out what's working, what's not working. That was fun. At the moment that we are, you know, you're watching this video, we haven't returned to events, so we did actually take those offline, and I'll get into that in a bit as to why. Is there something up top? Maybe, right?
I'll keep this close.
But like I said before about this idea of like getting back into ideation, it was really kind of focused more in about what I was saying, the idea of why are we doing what we're doing? Because if we don't understand that, like I said, it's going to be a chore.
Be gone.
So we took all the things that were functioning in the network, put it in like a non-focus area, and really focused only on what was really absolutely necessary.
Windblade.
This moment will be frozen in time.
That's cheating. I'll race you there.
Go! You're free now!
That's not nice.
Prepare to be blown away. Not so hard. No one
Bring her out just to get hit. Okay. And it was a lot. It was a lot of tasks that got thrown into non-focus
This
originally. Like we boiled it down just to management at the beginning. There's a couple tasks in there, and each document had to go through each individual to try to make sure that everybody had their input. And it's not even just to make sure that everybody felt included, but it's to make sure that you understand what we're building. Oh. Hello.
Cool it.
Ooh, actually, yeah, come over here.
Freeze. Don't get frostbite. What's the... Don't push your luck.
I need you to come over here.
Cool it.
Yeah.
Let it rain. Windblade.
Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Cool it. Freeze.
Be gone.
Dodge this.
Windblade.
Really? Your shield again? No?
I'll race you to no escape.
Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Time to say hello.
Even with your shield on, you're actually going to die. There we go. That's what's up. June and July was kind of getting back more into looking forward to the next roadmap. You know, we've done some work on some of the documents that we were building on the back end, and we wanted to share that with you. But that's when things kind of turned a little bit into a problematic issue. I had problems with my internet, which is really weird. Prior to this, there was no issue with my my internet. It's not to say that my streams and everything was super smooth and super fast, but it wasn't problematic. And I went from having like 150 to 250 sometimes at my PC down to 10. 10 is non-existent. That is enough to run like Gmail. I couldn't even run into meetings anymore.
Thank you for completing today's commission.
And you would think that
Here's your reward.
well, you're saying your internet's bad, when just call your ISP. Well, that wasn't the issue, because if I was on Wi-Fi with my phone, I was still able to join meetings. So the same internet, just Wi-Fi to my phone, no problem. But Wi-Fi to my PC, absolutely abysmal. Whoops, that's not where we wanted to go. Go back over here. Truly unfortunate that there's no waypoint closer. No, we make our way back over there. And that sucked. That really sucked. Like, you know, being someone that not only enjoys working on the back end of things, but really enjoys like interacting with everybody that watches the videos or watches the stream, and then I can't. There's actually some streams that I actually tried during that time, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun for me, and it wasn't fun for anybody watching. Dealing with all of that actually affected a lot of the team members for various reasons, the issues that they were having in their personal lives. And there was a disconnect in the communication that we had with not just each other, but also with you. And so that's something that we addressed in August. This idea of having better, consistent communication with you, regardless of whether it's good news or bad news. September saw the launch of our next roadmap video, which I thought went pretty well. It was I don't know, it wasn't as long as the first one, but I think it was just as effective. Does anybody need health? Probably does, right? October, you know, we got everything is starting to, oh Jesus. Everything's moving quite well in regards to, you know, management. All the documents are being completed. We're ready to move to the next stage. Multimedia has been up and running as well. Videos are starting to come out again. Streams are starting to come out again. Obviously not me there, but and we want to move to marketing, because one of the things that we also had an issue with in Ether was that all of our marketing was 100% built on, please, YouTube, show this to people, and Discord. That's it. Nothing else. So we needed to get Instagram, Twitter back online, figure out TikTok. And how are we going to do it where it doesn't bog us down, right? Because again, small team. Not like RGN, where we had a dedicated social media director and then a social media team, but a small team trying to do it all, right? I know, you know, that eventually I'm going to get back to the idea of, you know, where RGN was in the development of the organization, but for right now we want to keep our numbers low. This isn't something like, you know, where we can't get anybody. No, we want to keep our numbers as low as possible, so that when we do bring somebody in, there is this idea of, well, we've tried everything we can in our power to do this, and we need someone to do, you know, A or B, right?
Bet you can't keep up with me. Windblade.
RGN did not do that. RGN was kind of like, add people when you can add people all the time.
No one escapes my sights.
Which doesn't really work. Works for getting work done. Don't get me wrong. It works for that. But it muddies the communication lines up.
Dodge this.
And then also when you're seeking funding, it's really wild.
Freeze.
Because you have to take care of a lot more people. Almost.
Prepare to be blown away.
Is this an answer from this world?
So yeah, we brought marketing back on, and it wasn't really as successful as we thought it would be. It was really hard to try to be consistent with the videos that were going out, as well as still working on like management stuff on the back end. But we gave it our best. In November, we started a new format, or at least me personally, this idea of OGXB, bringing in the exploration of games, but instead of doing it across multiple random videos where it seemed like the games didn't connect, other than the fact they were part of this series of just random exploring the games, really kind of boiling down to letting you guys select which videos we're going to consistently play, and then connecting it over to Twitch.
No escape.
That was a cool video. I really enjoyed making that video. And I got really pumped. But my internet wasn't fixed yet. So it was really hard for me to be like, yeah, let's do it and let's jump into it. I can't. And every time that I tried to like give a hint as to when my internet was going to be fixed, stuff would happen. Mainly with the individual that was trying to help me fix my stuff. It was outside of my realm of understanding. So when he was just like, I can't make it, I'm just like, crap. I've been kind of telling people that you're going to make it, and then you don't make it. Almost kind of like harking back to like the beginning of the year. Over-promising. Until I know exactly, I should have just kept everything to myself. Right?
Tell me what you see.
Get that shield off.
Windblade.
Freeze ya. And that kind of brings you back to December, right? Where we are right now. Finishing out the end of the year. Ethernet's been installed properly. Streams have started to come back up. I've missed like a day here and there, but for the most part, the streams are back and running. Document-wise, we're still into the pitch deck, product deck. Those are the two main ones that we're working on right now. Other than that, just finishing up some polish. A lot of polish was added to Twitch. Yes, not yesterday, but the day before, from when I'm recording this. But for you, when you're watching this, probably about 2 weeks ago. And now we're just excited.
Are you here to play with me? Let it rain. Over here.
We could just get rid of the little flying guys. That'd be great.
Let me amuse Prepare to be blown away. Windblade.
Cool it.
There we go. That was smoother.
Quite the find.
Ooh. Ocean crab. Ooh, that's what I should do. If I can get to this shrine thingy, then I can teleport on that. Damn. Party level 59. We're not there yet. I mean, we could probably do the 34. I could probably also do the 47. Could not. 59 would be... would just kill me. It would just completely kill me. But that's it for me. I kind of wanted to give you guys an update. Not even really an update, kind of more of like a recap, right? In January, we have the next roadmap video that we're going to be doing, which will give you, I guess, an update more in depth as to what happened in December. I give you a little bit of it today, but we'll go more in depth into how things panned out in December, but more specifically what's going to be happening in January and a little bit beyond that point. 2025 is looking out to be a really good year, and is actually going to be the year that we're going to launch the platform. I know I'm saying that without 100% knowing that, but that's what I'm going to aim for. I'm going to push really hard to get that platform up and running as fast as I can in 2025. The main goal is obviously December. It's something to commemorate my mother. Her birthday is actually December 5th, and she's always, you know, kind of like pushed for me. And when she passed away, I remember how much she pushed for me to get this platform up and running. So I want to launch this on her birthday, but if I can get this, you know, at least an alpha up and running prior to her birthday and get a beta for her birthday, or, you know, beta before and global launch before the birthday, something. But the birthday is still going to be something very significant, but I'm going to try to get things done faster than that if I can. We'll probably look to expand the team this year as well, but I'll leave it on that. I don't want to get too much more into that. I hope you enjoyed watching me play some Genshin and kind of listening to my thoughts of the months and how they unfolded. Thanks everybody for supporting Ether for 2024. Honestly, every single one of you people that show up to either our streams or our videos, even if you just watch them and don't like them, or if you even answer the question that's every day in the Discord by Patch, I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Until next year, whether you guys are online or offline, stay focused, get yours. See ya.